Hello and welcome to Prelaunch video number 5. The last couple weeks I've been updating Unity to the latest stable version, and now it's working pretty well. When I updated it, of course, everything broke, so I had to go through and fix a bunch of things. The biggest thing that broke was the water, which is why I didn't release a devlog last week. But I finally got it working, and the great thing about the update is now I am able to get really nice reflections of the terrain, possibly the boat. It is a little bit intensive, so I might have an option to turn that on and off. But the greatest thing about this is now I've actually linked up the speed of the wind to how the water moves. So you can see as I go down to 0 knots, you get a nice plain reflection and there's no water ripples at all, completely dead. And then as I crank it up, water becomes more intense. And then as I get up to 15 knots, the water is getting to a pretty swelly look. So that's really great. And now it's looking great. I'm going to put it back down to about 7 knots and show some more things that I got working on the sailboat. So first thing you'll notice is that the ropes are actually colliding with the sail deck now. If I grab them, they'll hit, and I was pretty worried about putting that together because I hadn't really tested it much with the sailboat, but it seems to be working pretty well. They work as before. They can come out of the cleats, but now they're actually going and hitting the sailboat. It's not perfect. The calculations to make it run efficiently were pretty difficult, so I'm probably going to work on that in the future, but yeah, it's working good enough right now and good enough to release into early access. The other thing that you'll just notice is that the sails just flipped around really quickly. In previous videos, you'll see when the sail or the wind's coming from behind, which is where it's coming from right now, the sail would flap back and forth, but I finally fixed that, so now the sail is behaving realistically. If I want to go a little faster, what I need to do is let out the main sheet so that the, I'm just going to do this right here, so that the boom goes out a little bit further. The next task in the next couple weeks is to make sure that this jib sail is controlled by 2 jib sheets, so it'll go around the front and it won't go through the sail, which looks kind of weird right now. And as you can see, I'm going really quick right now, and one thing that you'll notice is that as soon as I do a jibe, which I do like this, at one point the wind will catch the sail and flip it around. So now this is what's called wing on wing, where you've got the 2 sails on opposite sides, and you can use this when you're going downwind to make sure that the wind is catching both sails. If this sail was in front of this sail, then that sail would actually be blocking that sail, and it would be sort of flapping around because there's no wind hitting it. This is effective, but you also have to watch out that if you go too far, the boom will actually flip around and hit you in the head and possibly kill you. So I've got that working pretty well, and that's pretty much the sailing systems are working, and getting pretty close to that. See, as you can see, it's still doing that. And now I run ashore, but the most important thing is that the sail's working pretty well. I also did some networking, making sure that the players work together, and you can, when you join, it's really easy to set it up. So yeah, that's about it.
So I've decided that I don't really like Sailing Sim VR, which is sort of the working title for it. It's really simple and it doesn't have any like punch to it. So I've been thinking about some new names for the sailing game. Nautical of Duty, Sail Wars Battle Sail 2, Player Unknown Sailing Ground, Skytrim Elder Sails, Sail Revolution, Kerbal Sailing Program, Sailcraft, Dock Daddy Longshoreman Sailing Simulator, Boat Simulator, SimSail 2000, Sailing Simulator 98, Oregon Sail, Monkey See, Monkey Clue, Super Sail World, Sail Fox 64, Sailing USA, Grand Title Anchor, Need for Sailing Wet Pursuit, Sail Wars A New Rope, Sail Trek The Next Gibberation, The Last Sail Fighter, Full Metal Sailboat, Mighty Metamorphin Power Sailors, Tack to the Future, Dragon Boat Z, Sailor Things, Sail Ship Troopers, Pacific Trim, The Mast and the Furious, Two Mast, Two Furious, The Mast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift, Mast Effect, and finally my favorite, Christopher Columbus, Pro Sailing. So as you can tell, I probably will get sued if I use any of these names, but the game needs a name. So if you have any ideas or comments, please leave them below. And I also like to thank IndiePod, which is a Vancouver developers meetup that helped me brainstorm some of these game names. They were great in helping me out. Yeah, so that's it for the week. Please let me know how you like the new sailing features, and if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Always happy to talk. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.